Every coffee, commute, and kilowatt adds up. Here's how three quick pilots turned them into wins this term. Building from A1, we have turned broad ideas into the Griffith specific pilots, not more rooftop solar, all measurable in 12 weeks. From A1's Pestle and Menlo, we turned three hotspots, waste, energy, and transport, into 12-week pilots with clear owners, live dashboards, and measurable targets, smart bins with live feedback, an ID-linked reuse network, active travel incentives, and energy nudge cards. Three hotspots drive our footprint: packaging waste, building energy, and private car commuting. Underneath are weak incentives, infrastructure gaps, underused data, and a convenience-first culture. Who moves it fastest? Students and staff through daily choices, facilities through systems, and vendors through packaging and point of sale. On power and interest, we manage exec and facilities, satisfy regulators, mobilize students and staff, and incentivize vendors. Moving further to Pilot 1, Smart Bins plus Nudge Loop. We operationalize A1's recycling QR idea with live data and feedback. We'll add privacy-safe computer vision to 6 bin stations in the library and student center. Furthermore, lobby screens show real-time contamination. The Griffith app runs a building leaderboard, and each bin has a 3-second QR. Can I bin this stair? Check. Vendors receive SKU level contamination reports so they can replace the worst packaging. 12-week targets: contamination under or equal to 15%, and a plus 25 percentage point lift in correct sorting. Moving further to ID-linked reuse network. We upgrade A1's BYO discounts into a default reuse system. Tap your Griffith ID to borrow an RFID mug or bowl. A small $3 hold auto releases when you return it at a smart shoot. We launch with first 3 loans free to seed the habit, and a central dishwashing hub keeps vendor ops simple. 12-week targets: 60% disposables at pilot outlets, more or equal to 85% return rate, and greater or equal to 2,000 unique borrowers. Pilot 3 Mobility Switch Challenge. We turn A1's PD Active travel idea into a behavioral bundle that removes the biggest frictions and makes progressive visible. First, a guaranteed ride. Home covers a cab taxi ride share if an emergency hits you after you came by public or active transport, solving the what if I'm stuck barrier. Second, door adjacent priority pods reserve premium bays for car share and carpools, so the most convenient spots reward low car share choices. Third, the app tracks no car streaks and offers small weekly rewards, creating a simple habit loop. We'll track modal counts, car share utilization, and GRH claims. Over 12 weeks, we're targeting a 15% drop in private car trips to the pilot precinct and more than 40% peak car share utilization. Handing off the rest to Mohammed Ahmed.
Hello. So continuing to timeline and budget, we de-risk the rollout in 3 phases. In weeks 0 to 2, we lock sites and vendors, finalize decals and the app, and bring hardware on site. In weeks 3 to 6, we soft launch all 3 pilots. In weeks 7 to 12, we expand coverage, publish weekly dashboards, and adjust mid-course based on the data. To keep the A1 energy behavior thread, we add simply energy nudge cards in the same buildings, live floor kilowatt per hour meter scale displays, and switch off at 5. Prompts targeting on 8 to 12% behavioral cuts in electricity. Indicative 12-week costs: computer vision wins 14 to 18,000, decals QR 1 to 2,000, reuse hardware around 18 to 25,000, and POS around 3 to 5,000, and a guaranteed ride home fund around 4 to $6,000. How we'll measure success? We'll measure impact across 4 streams. For waste, we'll track computer vision precision contamination audits in kilograms, QR scans, and app views. For reuse, we'll use POS, ID telemetry to monitor loans and return rate, and we'll watch vendor disposable purchase falling over time. For mobility, we'll use ANPR on manual counts, car share utilization, guaranteed ride home claims, and no car street participation. For energy, we'll compare kilowatt per hour per square meter to baseline and monitor after our load, All of this rolls into weekly dashboards, so we can spot issues early and iterate quickly. Resistant and mitigations plus fit with current actions. Risk and fixes. The first barrier is convenience. If reuse feels harder, people won't do it. So we make it the default. Containers at point of sale, one tap borrowing, and three free loans to see the habit. Next, vendor cost and operations. We lower effort with pooled dishwashing, introduce stage standards, and use SKU level contamination data to phase out the worst packaging first. On privacy, computer vision runs on device, stores no faces, and is supported by clear signage and consent, plus assured privacy brief for staff. To prevent guaranteed ride home misuse, we set a small claim cap, clear eligibility rules, and require receipts with periodic audits. To avoid engagement fatigue, we keep progress visible, building leaderboards, monthly micro prizes, and fresh prompts. Overall, this complements Griffith's existing rooftop solar by adding the behavior plus live data layer established in A1. This is our call to action. Please approve these 12-week pilots for two buildings, two outlets, and two priority pods. Nominate facilities and vendor reps this week, and use the QR to join the pilot. Let's make reuse easy, energy visible, and low carbon travel the default. And here are our team's contributions. Thank you.